So before we get into the nitty-gritty, I want to share with you a story about a client that I used to have in my former business. Let's call him Bob. Bob was not just a customer. He was a friend and in many ways a mentor. But there was one thing unusual about Bob, and that is he always paid us in cash. I never asked him why, but everybody else sent a check into the business, but Bob paid us in cash. And that created an interesting dynamic because you can't just put cash in the mail, you have to go pick it up. So when I went to Bob's house to pick up the payment, we would have this basically little ritual of sitting down, having coffee, talking about the world in general, and then eventually we'd get around to talking about the project, the landscape project that we had just completed. Maybe we would walk around the house and take a look at things, but usually not. However, on this particular day, we did that. So we walked around, and I would point this out, and hey, what's this, he might ask, and we would just basically discuss it, and he would nod, and that looks fine, that looks fine. And then we finally got to the front of the house, and Bob did something that really changed how I sell. He gave me the money, and then he asked a very important question, and I want you to really take this question to heart, as I did. He said, "What's next?" We had just completed the project. I said, "What do you mean, what's next? We're done." He said, "You don't get it, do you?" And I said, "No, I guess I don't. Help me out." He says, "What's next? Take out something that's already existing and put in something better." And it's like just a wave passed over me. I thought, my gosh, I have a relationship with this customer, but in reality, I still saw it as a series of transactions instead of a relationship with a customer. Because he explained to me, he said, "Look, if you're not going to help me spend my money," I worked with affluent clients, by the way, "I'll spend it on a new car, I'll give it away to charity." What he was basically saying is, look, you've guided me along this buyer's journey. You've really helped me out. You've given me a lot of value, but now you're not taking me where I want to go, which is to the next level. And this is something that a salesperson does with a customer. And more important, this is something that your social media accomplishes today. What Bob was really saying was, give me new ideas. Tell me what is the next best thing. Maybe I'll buy it, maybe I won't. But if you're not keeping me on the cutting edge to do what I want to do, which is to take this property and, as he said, make it a showplace, something that my family can enjoy, something the neighbors can enjoy, and all my friends can really appreciate, a really beautiful landscape, then I'll have to find somebody else. And so, to tell you the truth, I really asked Bob, would you mind? And he said, sure, I'll come down to your office, I'll share this with your staff, and I'll tell you, everybody, it was so exciting to see their attention level, and just hearing from a real live customer what it really means to be a seller and how to give them exactly what they want, and to understand that there is always more to do. You're never done selling, and when we talk about the sales process, you will see that that's why every sales process that I've worked with is always circular, because you're never done. It's always continuous.